Hello. Yay, we got connected. Some days are not so easy with tech, right? I'm going to give it just a few minutes and we'll dive in for today's crafty fun. Yay. So I love that you guys are spending some time with me versus out shopping. I hate shopping. Oh, well, unless it's for Stampin' Up! Products. Then I like that. But that's online shopping. It's totally different. I don't like the crowds and I don't know. I would rather be doing this and hanging out with you guys, having some crafty fun today. So that's what I decided to do, right? Yay. So my name is Wendy Lee, for those that you don't already know who I am, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. I'm very excited that you guys are joining me today for all of our fun. So say hello in the comments. Oh, good. I see Sheila and Colleen. Yay, yay, yay. Good, good, good. And Jean, hey, Jean. Perfect. Yep, got a second. I got monitors all over the place. I got one to my left. I got one to my right. I got a little cart, all kinds of fun stuff. So hopefully I can keep track of your comments. But yeah, tell us where you're from. Is this your first time crafting with me, or have you been joining me often, right? Or maybe somewhere in between. I know that some of these names are very familiar to me, but I hope to meet some new people today as well. So hopefully you could see the video. Wow, I got a really big lag from what I'm seeing on my end. Hopefully it's not terrible for you guys. But I've got lots of good things for you today. So what we're creating today is we're going to create 4 jumbo tags, and we are featuring the Sending Chair stamp set and coordinating dies. I love these. They're so festive, and you can use them for way more than just holidays, right? Just Christmas holidays. My favorite thing, I think, is that both of these are currently 40% off in our online store. So they're marked down. Sadly, they're retiring. Does make me sad, but they're 40% off when you buy them individually. So normally we encourage you to do a bundle, right? Buy it in the bundle and you save 10%. But during this sale, while supplies last, of course, you can buy the stamp set and the dies separately and get them at 40% off. So I think that's right. Let me look. Yeah, 40% off. So the stamp set, I believe, is $14.40. That's a steal. And then the set of dies is $21. And we'll take a look at what's included in those in just a moment. So these are actually the projects that we're making today are the projects that I did with my team this month, or am doing with my team this month. So each month, I have an opportunity for my team to participate in make and takes. So they can do them here at my house if they're local, or they can take them to go, whatever makes their heart happy. And so they have the opportunity to do this each and every month, and we do a full class. So I thought I'd bring it to you and let you check it out and see what kind of fun we have each and every single month. Oh, good. I see some more people popping in. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see ya. Yeah, say hello. Let us know where you're from. Hey, Barbara, so glad you're here as well. Good, good, good. All right. So what are we doing today, right? What is an online workshop? So historically, the way I had done a workshop was people would come over to, like, I'd have a host and they'd invite their friends over, and I would come in and we would teach some projects, and everybody would have a really good time hanging out together, chatting and crafting, right? But we're taking this and bringing it online. And since I don't have a different host, I am your host today. So I'm your host and your demonstrator. So normally the host would get some host benefits based on the orders that are placed during their workshop. So what I'm doing instead is I'm doing an ordering special, and I'm using those host dollars to give back to those that order in the in perks, right? So I've already got this posted. Hey, Gwen, so glad you're here. I've already got the ordering special posted. If you place a $35 minimum order, you're going to get the PDF tutorial for today's make and take projects. If your order hits $50 or greater, you're going to get the cut kits. And you know what? I didn't even grab my cut kit. That's terrible. I need that, right? Let me grab those. Goodness gracious. I don't know what I was going to be thinking I was doing today. Didn't even have the cut kits ready. I do. I have them ready. So here's an example of a cut kit that's going to come in the mail. So I have that ribbon wrapped around because we're using lots of ribbon today. Jumbo tags need lots of ribbon. So I've got all the parts and components down in, and this will have all nice and neat and packaged for you. So if you spend $50 or greater, you're going to get that packet mailed to you. And then you'll also get this month's featured all-star tutorial video class bundle. So this month is all about autumn. So I have a post scheduled later so you can see what that looks like. You can purchase that separately at $15, but let's get it for free, right? I want to give away goodies, right? Hey, Gwen, so glad you're here as well. So yeah, what else? What else do I have? I do have the catalogs posted for those of you that don't have catalogs. So the links to those are posted in our group as well. You may need to scroll a little bit to find those. And then I also put a link to the last chance stuff. Yeah, things are going away. It's so sad when that happens. But some items are marked down and you can get some really good steals. So you definitely want to check that out. Let's see what else. All right. So hopefully you're going to have a good time today. I'm going to teach you to do 4 jumbo tags. I will talk about the measurements as we go, so that you'll have what you need on that. The best part is we're just hanging out together, right? And chatting and having some fun and relaxing and just enjoying each other's company. If you don't know much about me, again, my name is Wendy Lee. I've been a demonstrator for 20 years. Yeah, I just celebrated my 20-year anniversary. I cannot believe that. If you'd asked me 20 years if I would be doing this, I would have said, heck no, 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 no. But I love it, right? I love meeting all of you. I love the connections. I love hanging out with my team. I love sharing it with my granddaughter and my daughter, my mom. I think my mom's even on here. Yeah, all kinds of stuff, right? It's just fun, right? So I've been a full-time Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since November of 2019. So I am married, very supportive husband. His name is Mike. I have 2 grown children I'm very proud of and 2 adorable grandchildren. So you might see them here and there. And then we just recently added 2 new fur babies to our family. So those that have known me for a while know that we had 2 huskies for quite some time, and they passed, I want to say it's been about a year and a half ago. And we just weren't ready to do it again. And an opportunity came across my desk. A friend called, needed find some homes. And now we have 2 hilarious golden doodles. They are 5 months old now. One is more what I'm going to call doodly, like his hair and my hair are very similar looking, right? When I wear my hair like this. and that's Ozzy. And then we have Oakley, who has a little smoother hair. So maybe when I straighten my hair, I look a little bit more like him. I don't know. It's silly, but they're super sweet, not potty trained yet. So I'm exhausted because I'm getting up in the middle of the night. It's like having a brand new baby. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, so that's a little bit about what's going on with me. So we did have a good Thanksgiving yesterday. Hope you guys did as well. And maybe some are celebrating additional Thanksgivings over the weekend, right? Maybe you have a second one today or tomorrow with your family or friends. That's kind of fun. So I know some people were going to have some fun all weekend long, which is great. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to switch the camera over. Grab your catalog if you want to write down any, sticky note, any things that you want to sticky note. Yeah, ask me questions as we go. And if I miss anything, I'll answer them afterwards. You guys can leave me comments. So, all right, let me go ahead and switch this camera over. Hopefully this works. I've been having a lot of technical issues with this. So we'll see how today goes. Okay, it switched. I'm having trouble with focus on my camera. So we will see how this goes. Let's see if I can get this a little bit more in screen. Again, I'm having lots and lots of issues, and for whatever reason, it wants to show. Anyway, whatever, we'll work through it. So this is the sending shear stamp and die bundle. So whoops, little dimensional dot backing, got to have those everywhere, right? So this is the die set that I've just put it on a little magnet card. I buy mine from Stamp and Storage. I like the sturdy background, the cardboard background. So if you're looking for something like that, let me know. I do have an affiliate link with them. I love their products. And then the sending cheer stamp set. So much fun. I think it's so much fun. And we're going to use quite a few of the images in the stamp set today. So these are the products that we're featuring. And then the products or the samples we're making are these. I'm going to go ahead and show them all to you. So we're going to do this one, this one, this one, and this one. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So let's start off with this first one right here. Now, I did not pull all the different die sets that I used. If there's anything that you need to see that I don't have pulled out, please let me know and I will go grab it. It's not a big deal. It's all here in the room, or at least it should be close by. So I can grab it and show it to you. And yeah, you should be able to see whatever you need to see. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump in. Hey, Carmen. So glad you're here with us today as well. Good to see everybody. All right, so let's start with this first tag here. And I got to find my packet. So my packet, like I said, I did not get fully prepared, I guess. I've got my stuff here, but I never laid it all out. I like to organize it by parts. And so who knows? We're gonna wing it today. So I have started out with my piece of Berry Burst. And let me get my measurements out. I know I have them. That way I can tell you guys as we go what our measurements are. I'm pretty sure this is 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. Yes, 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. This is Berry Burst cardstock. And I'm going to take my Very Best Trio punch and we're going to punch the corners. Now, I did post for everyone the other day the complete supply list. So there's a printable version. Hey, Kay, so glad you're here. Hey, Ginger, nice to see you as well. So I did post a complete supply list. There is a list version, and then there is a downloadable version that has the images if you need to see them as well. So you got this. Now, I've got a piece of the glorious gingham. It is glorious. I do love it. And I'm going to punch this as well with my Very Best Trio punch. So I can make my little tag, my giant tag top at the top. So this is 3 inches by 6 inches, okay? And then I'm going to adhere this to my tag base. So pretty much the tags are very, very similar. They're all the same size as far as the card base itself and the designer paper layer. And then we're just decorating them a little bit different. So now I've got this little slit right here, and I'm going to slide this punch right up into the punch. And I'm kind of looking left to right to see if it's somewhat centered. I say somewhat because it doesn't have to be perfect. So I will tell you, when you place your order, and you earn these card kits as part of this workshop, the corners will be punched, but the hole will not. You can use any hole punch if you don't happen to have this trio punch here, okay? Just making sure you guys know that. All right, next. It might be an odd thing to do, but I'm going to start at the top of my tag and do all my ribbons, and then I'll do my decoration down. So I'm going to pull in that little label here. So again, that was die cut with my sending sheer dies right here. So it's got that little label. And you're going to notice these dies have little hole punches in them, right? For the different images. And they do that because these were intended to all be little tags in themselves, and you can totally use them that way. I've used them more so as elements on cards or tags like we're doing, larger tags like we're doing today. But again, you do you and what makes your heart happy, right? All right, so let's bring in our foam pad, because we're using photopolymer stamps. And so when you're using photopolymer stamps, you get a little bit of a better stamped image. Let's see if I can straighten that back up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. My phone things are just not going well. I don't know. I do not know. Anyway, when you're using photopolymer stamps, sometimes you need a little bit of cushion because there is no foam in the image itself. So a foam pad or pierce mat works great. All right, so I'm going to ink up the For You. Now I'm going to stamp it towards the bottom of this tag. And I can't really see when I'm doing a video where I'm stamping. So I do the best. Oh, I didn't get the whole image. Okay, if this happens, you can recut it. But the beauty of photopolymer, let's see if I can do it. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. We'll try it. The beauty of polymer. No, I did a terrible job. I'll recut it. We'll do a new one. But you should be able to line it up a little bit better than you could if you were on red rubber. So we'll just cut another one. It's okay. I just didn't have my stamp flat when I stamped it. So let's just do it this way. Now I've got a good stamped image. We'll recut it out. It happens. I could flip this over, but I don't like using the back side. I just don't. So I'm not gonna. We're just walking away from that. Okay, so we're going to be doing a little bit of die cutting today. I don't normally like to die cut on camera, but I'm going to. So I think every single one of these, I think I can fit into my mini. So we'll pull open our mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. It's super cute. I love it. Now the instructions say plate 1 and 2 plate 2s with your paper in the center for die cutting with the mini. I don't follow directions. I do plate 1 and a plate 2, right? And then I'm going to put my paper down with the die on it. Let me find that. And we're going to put this, and again, I wanted that towards the bottom edge. And then I like to use plate 4. And the reason I do that is because sometimes when you're dealing with the mini, if you have all your plates aligned at this end, it won't go through, right? But when you use plate 4, it doesn't matter, right? You can do it without any issues. And I will tell you, it's not going to give as much pressure as it would if you were using the correct plate. So intricate dies are not going to work well, but I'm finding this works just fine. And now I don't have to fight it. Makes sense? I hope that makes sense to you guys. So you're going to see me using the incorrect, for lack of a better way to say it, sandwich when building my die cutting. All right, so there's my fun little tag. So let's pull in some ribbon. So in your kit, your ribbon pieces are going to be the full length for all 4 projects, right? So if you get the kit, right? Like I said, you've got enough ribbon to do all 4 projects, and they're different lengths depending on how much of each ribbon I used. When I did this style right here, these ribbons right here are each cut 6 inches. So you'll cut about 6 inches off the ribbons that you need here. And then this ribbon here, I believe, let me double check my measurements to make sure I'm not telling you incorrectly. I believe that's 10 inches. So this one's 10. So if you wanted to measure those out, get a ruler. You could use your grid paper. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull in some grid paper here. I have a laminated piece that I use occasionally, right? So I'm going to pull that in here. And it's got a ruler on it so I can use it. So let's go. So for 10 inches, I'm going to do 5 and I'm going to double it. So I'm just going to fold that in half and cut 10 inches off of this ribbon. Now, normally I would leave it on the spool and just use it. So I've got this left, which is going to be for another tag. So we're going to put that to the side. And then I need this gold. I need 6 inches of my gold. All right, so clip that off. So we use that for another project. And then I've got this lovely crumb cake or burlap. I'm just using this other ribbon that I've cut to 6 inches. I can measure it out if I need to. No big deal. You guys know how to do it now that we've done it once, right? I don't need the red on this one, so I'm going to set that aside. And then I do need this iridescent. I love this ribbon. So fun. And I'm just angle cutting the end. No big deal. All right. So normally I'd leave it on the spool and just pull out what I need. But I wanted to show you because if you get this kit, I want you to be able to use it how it is, right? So I'm just going to layer these ribbons on top of each other, right? Doesn't matter. And I'm going to slide them into this hole. Hopefully I'm staying in video. I don't know about you guys, but when I craft, I tend to pull towards me, right? Oh, I missed the gold. There we go. Let's push that back in there. So it might fray your ends. Whoa, I almost got too excited here. It might fray your ends a little bit. So you may have to do a little clipping. And you can kind of pull these out different directions if you want to. They may go right back where they were. But what I want to do is I want to take this bunch of ribbon and I'm going to do this upside down because I have found I'm an upside down bow tire. And I'm going to wrap this gingham around. Now let me go ahead and do that first tie just to kind of hold that in place for me. Okay, so I'm going to cinch that in really good. Okay, nice. And then I'm going to make my loops and tie my bow. right? And again, my bows tend to be upside down, so I've just learned I need to tie them upside down. And then they should turn out fine. Okay, so that's not the best bow I've ever made. So I'm going to hold the knot and pull the legs, right? And then I can tighten that back again. And I can continue to do that until I'm happy with how this bow looks, or happy enough, I guess you could say, right? And since one leg is a little longer than the other, I'm just going to snip that off. So now it's super cute. And you have all this fun ribbon up at the top. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to loop this through. Good grief. All right, so no problem, no problem. We'll untie this. I'll show you what I did. I'm going to pull, I'm not going to untie that where I've got that tightened. I'm going to pull this gold one out a little bit. I'm going to loop this through the gold one only. It's too much when you do it through all of them. But since I have this nice skinny ribbon here, we'll go ahead and just loop that right in. Nice. And you know what? I'm going to go to the back because I know that when I pulled it too much. All right. So now I've got my tag looped in. Let's retie our bows, our loops for our bow. We'll try this one more time. That's okay. So you guys get to see all the mistakes I make when I'm crafting today. I haven't crafted anything in the past 3 days. That's a lot for me. I craft almost every day. I love it. All right. Fixed it. No problem. Now, if you want to make sure that this is going to stay where you want it, like you don't want it to move, like you don't want it to do this or whatever, you could pop it right down onto that tag. So you could put a little liquid glue, a glue dot. You could pop it up with dimensionals if you want to. I did it flat on the original, but I'm kind of liking the idea of dimensionals, right? Oh, you totally could put a pocket on the back for a gift card. That would be perfect, Jean. Like, can you imagine putting these in stockings, right, for the holidays? You could put it right in someone's stocking with a gift card in it. It would be fantastic. Who wouldn't love this? I think it's fun, right? And I've chosen some non-traditional colors. I think that's fun to change things up for the holidays. But if you are a red and green kind of gal or guy, use different papers. We have all kinds of fantastic papers. I just chose to use this gingham because I had a lot of it, right? And it worked out really well for this. I thought it made it fun. Okay, next we need a circle. So I die cut a circle out of the More Dazzle paper, and I use my favorite stylish shapes dies. Okay, so I've got that right there, and we're going to put this down, and I am going to put it down with dimensionals, but I'm going to hold off and do that. I want to put my weight strip at the bottom. So this would be another place where you'd have the opportunity that you could not glue this down all the way like I did, and you could make a pocket, or you could put this on the back, right? And put it so that you could slide a gift card into it. So it doesn't have to be on the front if you don't want to put it on the front. But let's go ahead and get that little strip out. Let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment just in case I'm going to mess that up. And we have to re-stamp it. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully I've gotten my crazy stamping out of the way. But yes, you totally could turn these into gift card holders with pockets or other ways to do that, right? Stamp our to and from. Adorable, adorable. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, got our to and from. So I'm going to put this at the bottom here. Again, you could put adhesive on the two sides. Let's see if we had a gift card and only put adhesive on the two sides. Would it still? Oh gosh, yeah. So you could slide it in like that. So you could move this to the back. You could almost put it in the middle, right? And then you could slide a gift card, and I think it would hold that in place pretty well, right? So you could do something like that if you wanted to, or you could totally put a bigger layer on the back, or glue the gift card right to the back of it, right? Some glue dots, little liquid glue, that would work fabulously. Okay, move that over to the side. So let's go ahead and put our to from. I'm going to leave it as I've got it designed. And just, I'm not going to make a pocket out of this one. I'm just going to put it down. And I'm having some of that plaid, that little gingham sticking out at the bottom. And I think that's perfectly fine. And then let's pop this up. Oh, you could totally hang these on the tree. So, okay. So my husband's family, I don't remember doing this when we were young, Mom, but my husband's family will take cards and like just, you know, a Christmas card and put the gift card in it and really like puts cards on the tree, like in the tree, like stuffs them in the branches. So I think this would be so much cuter hanging on the tree with your gift cards on them, right? Yeah, yeah, Jean, 100%. Love these ideas. You guys keep coming them out. Keep coming with these ideas and sharing with each other. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, next. So I have cut out my lovely berry Santa, and this is what I was talking about. This is intended, these dies are intended to create your own little tags with this. So this could be a separate tag. So it's got a little hole. I did not fuss with it to try to cover that hole. It's going to be okay if there's a hole in this little Santa hat. If you add any um, like embellishments or whatnot, which I did not do on this project, but if you did, if you added embellishments, you could always put an embellishment that covers that up. But I don't, it doesn't bother me on this tag. I think it's super cute. Could have put a ribbon here, but I don't think it needs it because I've got so much going on at the top. I didn't want to mess with that. So yes, yes, these would be amazing on your tree, in my opinion. I 100% agree with you, Jean. All right, so I've got some pieces that I've cut out with the dies. So I've got my little brim of my Santa hat and his little palm there. And then we are going to make a little focal element as well. But let's go ahead and adhere these together. I'm going to go flat, I think. So I'm going to put a little liquid glue here, a little liquid glue here. And you guys know I'm not a huge liquid glue fan, but some of these shapes, you need liquid glue to work with, right? So let's put this on our silicone craft sheet just in case I make a hot mess with it, right? Get a little oozing going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this little pom-pom on the end of my hat there. And then I'm going to put my little Santa brim on. Adorable. So stinking cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So we can go ahead and pop this up on the front. Again, you can make these flat, but because they're tags and you're not mailing them necessarily to someone, I'm being excessive with my dimensionals, by the way, here. Since you're not mailing them to somebody, although you could give a stack of tags as a gift, right? Jumbo tags. I think this is a great way to dress up your packages or to give it as a gift to somebody, right? All right, so we're going to add our little Santa hat, and I'm going to have it hang off the edge a little bit. That's okay, right? I don't have any boundaries with this. Again, if we're not putting it in an envelope, now if you are going to put it in an envelope, you might want to do something different. Now I've got a little heart that I've die cut using the Sending Cheer dies out of the designer paper. And then we need to make a little holly leaf. So I'm using lemon lime twist. And I am going to stamp lemon lime twist on lemon lime twist. And then we'll die cut this out. Could have used the foam pad underneath. I just didn't feel that I needed it for that one. So let's bring back in our baby, our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and we're going to die cut this. Like I'm going all in with die cutting on screen. Crazy, right? All right, again, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use plate 1, plate 2. I will put I'm going to flip that over. Got a little bit of a hump in it. And my cardstock, and let's get our die off our sheet here. And we will cut out our little holly leaves. So cute. And then we will put our plate 4 over the top and hope that doesn't shift on me and run this through. Now you could hold the dies in place with sticky notes. There's some 3M tape. That's a temporary tape that I know my friend Nancy loves to use. Washi tape. I don't like it. I don't like to use tape at all because I think it leaves a sticky residue always. And so I just don't like it. Don't use it. Not a fan. If it slides, it slides. I just do a new one. Not a big deal. At least that's how I look at it. All right. So I've got my stinky cute leaves that we can just stick right on the edge of our hat here. Now, if you wanted to put some dimensionals on the outer points, maybe some minis, you could do some minis. just to keep it stable, right? Some people don't like it to be floating in the air. So we can do that. Maybe add a little dab of liquid glue as well. Make sure everything's nice and secure. So we'll do that. And we'll take the backing paper off of those little baby dimensionals. And I'm just going to attach that right to my little Santa hat. And it's okay that it hangs over the edge. And then our little heart, so cute. We're going to put that right on there. And that finishes this off. Stinking cute. I love it. Do you guys love this one? I think of all, granted, I'm going to say this after each one. I think think this is my favorite of the 4, but I do like them all. But just fun, just different colors. Could have done this in the pretty peacock. It would have been really nice as well, a little more traditional in color. But lovely. So we've got a lovely tag here. And again, if you wanted to jazz up the back, you could do that as well. So that is tag 1 of 4. Yay? All right, good deal, good deal. All right, the next one, let's make our little gingerbread friend. He's cute. All right, so again, we are gonna need 6 inches of this burlap ribbon. Let's go ahead and pull that off. Let's get our little paper out and we will measure off and get 6 inches or so. Good, Jean, you're loving them? Good, 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 good. We make some cute stuff with our team, I think. All right, so there's 6 inches, and then let me double check my cheat sheet on the red ribbon. I think it is 10, but let me double check. It is 10 inches, so just like we did on the gingham last time, we're gonna do 10 inches here. So I'm gonna do 5 and fold it in half to get my 10-ish inches. Okay, set that aside. Good deal. So we've got our ribbon. So let's go ahead and make the base of our tag and we can get our ribbon on there. So this one, I didn't put as many layers of ribbon on as I did the first one, but I do still think it's super cute the way it is. So I've got my 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. This is thick white, and then my 3 by 6 piece of my designer paper. So this designer series paper stack, this Glorious Gingham, is a 6 by 6 paper stack. So you can get 2 tags out of each of your sheets, and it's a great stack. So you could use either side. I'm choosing the small gingham print on this, but we could totally switch it. Actually, let's switch this one. Let's switch this one to the big gingham print, and let's see which one we like better in the end, right? Why not? Why not? So this one I chose not to angle the main tag base corners like I did on the first one. And then I'm going to center this best that I can and punch that little hole. Again, you can do that with any hole punch that you've got. And we'll slide that through, and let's go ahead and tie our ribbon. Flipping that over. So this red and burlap comes in a combo pack together. The gold actually comes in a combo pack with silver trim. So that's fun too. Definitely ribbon that you'll use a lot. And you won't find that in our catalog. That gold and silver trim is in the online store only. It is not in any of our current catalogs. Stampin' Up's going to be doing more and more of that. So it's definitely something to take a gander at often, right? To see what's new. I do try to let my email list know when new things are out, but you know, always check with it. There's always things popping in and out. Yes, yes. If you cut your tags shorter, they would fit on a card front. Let me pull out a card and just show you. Well, this would not be an appropriate card to put it on, right? So you could cut this shorter, and this could be a card front, the focal point on your card front. Let me flip that over, right? So you could totally do that. So you'd have to cut off maybe 1.5 inches to make that work, but how cute would that be? I think it'd be super cute. Let's pull in that one we just did, right? So your ribbon would hang off, but that's okay. You could fold that and put it in an envelope. So you could cut this off and put that on a card front. So you can use, I think these are really versatile. So this is actually a sneak peek of one of my bingo event cards. This is the Year to Celebrate stamp set, also discounted and on the last chance list. But this card, and this card, and this card are the projects that we are going to be making at my Stampin' Bingo card class. So registration for that actually closes tomorrow. So if you'd love to join us, we'd love to have you join us, right? All right, stylish shapes. Again, one of my very favorite dies. And I cut a red circle out of that. So I'm just going to lay that down for a placeholder. I'm going to do my sentiment first. So I cut one of the banners from the stylish shapes dies. And we are going to stamp the sending cheer sentiment on that. So let's bring back in our foam pad. Hopefully I'm still in camera. I should check that, right? Yeah, I'm not exactly straight, but I'm here, right? Hey, Faye, so glad you're here as well. All right, so pull in sending cheer. And now I'm using pecan pie or pecan pie, however you want to say it. I say pecan. There you go. And stamp my sentiment. Now I'm going to leave that out. Maybe I won't leave it open. My arm will end up in it. I'm going to move it. Theory sounded good, but I think I want to put these down before I get too crazy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my sentiment on flat, and I'm going to pop up that circle. You can use Stampin' Seal, you can use liquid glue, whatever makes your heart happy for this. And you could totally pop this up if you'd rather. All right, but we will pop up the circle. Why not? Right? Oh, good, you like the versatility of the tags. Yeah, I think you can use them for so many things. So they're not just, they don't have to just be a tag. Change them up for any holiday, right? I think it's fun. All right. Let's go right there. Why not? Let's make our little gingerbread guy next. So we're going to stamp him. Got a piece of white paper here. So this is 2.5 by 3 white cardstock. And I'm going to stamp this little gingerbread guy on it. What did I do with that? There he is. He's hiding. Okay, now on this image, I've done a lot of this little gingerbread guy in this particular color of ink. I love it in the pecan pie. And sometimes when I stamp him, he doesn't look very solid. He looks a little grainy. But I've found as I let him dry, he looks fine. So I got a little spot there that may not fill in. I just didn't get the inked up real well there. It's okay, but I think he's going to be fine when he's done, right? Now, again, because it's photopolymer, I could re-ink it and put it right on the top, or I could have set this up on my stamp positioning tool if you've got one, right? We don't sell one anymore as Stampin' Up. However, there are other companies out there. I hate to say that, but it is true. All right, let's give him some red hearts. Fill in his little red hearts. Now, you could use a marker, a Stampin' Blend, or you can use the stamp that comes in the set. Let's see how good I get it. I don't usually get it very good. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. I like that little white that's showing a little bit there. So I think that's cute. We'll take that. I'm happy with how good that is. And then let's add a little face, a little cute face to him with some Memento ink. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Do you know the gingerbread man? Yes. Okay. Pull in my mini. Let's see if this is, I think this one is small enough as well. I think we can use the mini for all of our die cutting. So we'll put our paper down again. I'm cheating. See if I can get in camera so you guys can see this. And find my little gingerbread guy die. I'm going to put that right on top. And this will be a good example of seeing where this die cuts it as a tag, although my paper's a little short for what I did. Okay, crank that through. Dun, dun, dun. So stinking cute. All right, move that out of our way. We'll be back. So you can see this would have, if I had it a big enough piece of paper, would have given me a little tag hanger, right? But I'm not using this piece that way, so I'm just going to clip that off. I beheaded him. I didn't behead him, but you know what I mean. Took away his little hanger. All right, so we are going to pop him right up on that circle there. Oh, how funny. Yes. So Jean is saying you could cut off like an arm or a leg if you want it to look like somebody had taken a bite out of him. That would be adorable, right? So you could take a punch and do that, or, you know, tear it. That would be fun as well. I think a scallopy edge, you know, that look like teeth would be nice. The things we do, right? So stinking cute. I love it. I love it. All right. So now some hearts. So this heart I cut out. So it's the same heart we used on the first one. And then this little trio of these little baby hearts. Now I will tell you, one die cuts all three at once. Let me show you that. So you do have two of this size die in this set. And then this one cuts all three of those baby ones all at once. So you've got what you need. Makes it super easy to do. Now I'm going to try the Melissa Kerman trick. And I always have to give her credit for it because I would never have done it on my own without learning it from her. So I'm trying to flip these upside down. I have enough fingernail to be dangerous, not enough to really, they're all uneven and whatnot. But okay, I'm going to take this. I'm going to put a dot of liquid glue on each one of these. And then I'm going to let it sit for a bit. So one of my things that I hate about liquid glue is that it oozes, right? So this allows me to put liquid glue down. And if you let it sit for a bit, it dries tacky. So it stays sticky-ish, right? So then it won't ooze if you let it dry just for a bit. So I'm going to put a mini dimensional on the back of this little heart here. And I'm going to add it to my tag right there. And then I'm going to take each of those little baby hearts. Let's see if I can get this to work. I don't have a good grip with that. I might have to use the putty end. I don't know if I can do it with the putty end. Let's see. I don't know if I can get it off. Do you guys have trouble with that, getting it off the putty end? I did all right. Not bad. I'm going to try this end again. Okay, we'll put one over here. Nice. And no oozing of the glue because it's dried just a smidge. And so it's not oozing out. Like it? I don't typically have the patience to do that though. It tends to stick to my arm before I get it all figured out. So fast and easy on this one, right? A little less going on as far as the number of pieces we used, but it's still very, very cute. Yes? So do you like it with the small gingham check or the larger gingham check? I kind of like the larger one now that I've done it this way, but I could go either way. Love to know what you guys think. All right, number 3. All right, so we're going to change things up a little bit. So this is going to be the third one that we're doing. Now on this original sample, I used the adhesive back glimmer paper. Today, we are going to use the more dazzle paper instead, because sadly, the adhesive back glimmer paper is sold out. So that was an online exclusive as well, only available in the online store. And it's not available anymore, right? So it just is what it is. And it looks like this next tag after this one. Nope, I'm good. Okay, never mind. Talking to myself here. Colleen, you like the larger? Sheila, the larger? Yeah, yeah. Jean likes the larger as well. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's a little bolder. So yes, I like how you said a little more presence. Very good. All right, so this one here, we've got our basic black base. Let's see, I don't have these in the right order, but that's okay. I can get to it. I think I was going to do this one last, but I've got my basic black base. So that is my 3 1/4, 6 1/4. And then I've got a white layer that is my 3 by 6 that we're going to put on here. So just because I've done it this way on all the others, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this on and do my ribbons first and then build my layers on. I don't know that it really matters, but since that's what we've been doing, I'm gonna stick with that program because it seems to be working well for me. So put that in, and then we'll punch our hole. Again, somewhat centered. Excuse me. Now on this one, the ribbon I'm using, you have a piece of gingham left, right? And you have 2 pieces of gold. So I'm just going to fold this in half. Now these ribbons are 8 inches instead of 6. They need to be a little bit longer because we're knotting the ends instead, right? And then I've got my iridescent ribbon. So I've got these 3 ribbons going together. So we're going to go ahead and string these through. I say I'm gonna. My arthritis is getting me. All right, there we go. Once you get them through the edge of the hole, you're pretty good. Oh, I missed that gold one again. This gold one just doesn't like to go through, does it? There we go. Now we've got that one. So on this, I'm going to try to center these together, sort of, right? I think I'm going to twist that so that the little ribbon is on top of the big ribbon. All right, so I'm going to try to mess with these and get them somewhat centered, right? Now I'm going to take this whole thing and I'm going to tie a knot. So it's a little tight to do this, but I didn't want to waste a ton of ribbon, right? So I'm just tying a knot. You could go longer in your ribbon, but I feel like this was good, right? It looked pretty nice by the time I was done and had it all tied. What am I doing with that black piece? There we go. So I just got all my little ribbons hanging out at the end here. You can kind of move them around, reorder them if you need to. It's not wanting to do that. But there we go. So now we have our cute little ribbons hanging off the end. Oh, it's actually cuter on the back. Bummer. Okay, so let's see if I can fix that. Do you think I can fix that? Maybe I just tie it from the back. Let's do that. Let's try it. Doesn't hurt to try at least once, and maybe I'll learn something new here too. Ooh, I pulled that tight. I might have to leave it. How would you know which way was going to turn out prettier? Oh, can I get it? Can I get it? Slowly, slowly. There we go. Whew. Now watch, it'll turn out the same. All right, so I'm gonna tie from the back. See if I loop it this way. Try one more time. I'm grabbing all my ends, getting my loop, and then trying to put all these ends in that little hole there. And hopefully I'm in camera. And that little guy escaped me. Okay, maybe. Not an easy thing to do. I could have gone a little longer on this ribbon, maybe. Oh, it's there. That I'm just being weird. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull this knot. Is it better? Oh yeah, it's cuter from the front now. You can see more of the ribbons. It might not have made a difference to you guys. I like this better. I wanted to see more of the other colors of ribbon. I was seeing more of the iridescent only. Cute, 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 cute. All right. Now we have strips of designer series paper. So I've chosen 3 of the colors in here. So you've got your blueberry bushel, and you've got your berry burst, and your lemon lime twist. So I'm gonna flip and flop these, right? So if this one is that print, I'm gonna use this print over here, and then we're gonna go here and there, and then there and there. That way it alternates the big versus the little, right? So you can use liquid glue, you can use Stamp and Seal, whatever makes your heart happy. So let me kind of just eyeball this, and I'm angling them, right? So they can go past the white space if you want them to. Don't let this part stress you out. Just don't overthink it. Put them down. I like a little overlap, but you know what? Some of it's going to be covered up by the presents when we put those on there. I think I'm going to go the other direction, right? Go from the outer end so that I don't end up with some crazy, who knows what at the other end. and kind of fill in. And I'll put this one down a little lower, maybe. Put this one up a little higher. Okay. And then we'll fill in that hole with this last one. Do you guys like doing stuff like this with these crazy little strips? I think it's kind of fun. All right, so let's build our presents. So I have already die cut out the blueberry bushel and the lemon lime twist. But on the berry burst, I wanted to stamp it. So again, your kits will have these two cut out, but it won't have this one because you need to stamp it. Okay. Let me get the present and my berry burst ink pad. I think my camera's diving on me again. See if I can straighten that up just a smidge, maybe. Let me ink this up, and I'm going to put it towards the bottom of the cardstock. And the reason I'm doing that is because when this die cuts, it's going to put the bow on top, and I need to make sure I leave space for the bow. So if I would put it up too high, I probably would chop off my bow. So this should work out okay. All right, we're going to keep that. We'll get rid of this for a moment. Bring in our baby boss. Plate 1, plate 2, our cardstock, and let's get our die. So is anybody going shopping today? Are you going to go out and take advantage of Black Friday deals? I am not. Not going to happen. Oh, I would shop online maybe, but no, not doing the store thing. All right. The traffic, oh, I just don't like it. I think I've gotten worse about it since COVID, right? Just avoiding the crowds. All right, so I've got my present here. Let's pop out those little centers. So cute, super cute. We want to add a little pizzazz. So that's where the more dazzle paper comes in. So these will already be die cut in your kit. So these right here, and they look just as fabulous, I think, as the other paper did. So you could use the other paper if you've got it. Oh, you were out in traffic on Wednesday. Yeah, I heard somebody saying, and my husband even said it. He's like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, the traffic outside is crazy. He had to go to the grocery store after work. So he's out in the traffic all day. Well, locally, right? We live in Pofftown, North Carolina. And he's a mailman. So he's driving around Pofftown all day, but at like, I don't know how fast they drive, like 2 miles an hour as he's going from mailbox to mailbox. I don't know. But he had to go to the grocery store, and he was just like, oh, this is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. So I'm going to take each of these little ribbons, and I'm going to adhere them right to the presents. So cute. So very cute, I think. Okay. There's one. Now, this is something I could have put glue on these earlier, and they would have been just tacky, and I could have just, put them right down on my presents that way as well. You could die cut these out with adhesive sheets on the back, but this one isn't too bad to glue down, right? But you could have put adhesive sheet on the back before you put it down, and it would have worked well as well. All right, so I am going to put dimensionals on the back of each of these and pop those right on, and then this one is done as well. I love it. I love it. I love it. So they can be as complex or as easy as you want them to be. As colorful or as monochromatic. It's really endless what you can do with these jumbo tags, right? And again, Jean helped us point out some other options. We could turn them into gift card holders. We could hang them on the tree. We can crop them down and make ornaments out of them, which would be fantastic as well. Or sorry, card fronts out of them, ornaments. My head was still stuck on the tree. All right, so I'm going to put my lemon lime twist one and my berry burst one down. Hopefully I'm in camera. I just realized I might be off camera. All right, and then we'll just use this berry burst. We'll just somewhat center it between the two. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if it does drive you nuts, put your grid paper out and use that as a guide, right, to get them even. Super cute. And I think the dazzle looks just as beautiful. It's actually got a little more texture to it than the glimmer paper. So love it, love it, love it, love it. I hope you guys like that one. All right, one more, and then our fun is almost over. No, this one's going to take me a little bit because I did not pre-die cut, stamp and die cut, right? I got all the die cutting that's not stamped done, but nothing that's stamped was pre-die cut. So you're going to have to bear with me. All right, so on this one, I put the larger check in the back, but I think, you know, like we did with the little gingerbread guy, I think on this one, I'm going to do the small check and we'll see which one we like better in the end, right? All right, so just like we did on the very first one, we are going to punch our corners. So that's our 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then our 3 by 6 designer paper. I'm going to punch those. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and adhere those together. So you guys are going to see a few other links that I'll be posting. They either are already posted or will post after to kind of share some things with you guys. So if you love getting kits in the mail, like I do all kinds of classes. Like right now, I have a Black Friday special just for my email subscribers of a special class. I'm going to be sending a reminder email out. I've got 6 more stamp sets left, but it's a special class featuring the Night of Flight host set. And at first I was like, but they turned out stunning. I'm going to do a little video and send it out to my email list later today or tomorrow. And to be able to show a sneak peek of those cards, they turned out fantastic. So every once in a while, I like to offer something just to my email list. So I've got that going on. So I took the remaining ribbon I had left. Those were the 3 pieces, and I am going to slide them through this little hole here. Sometimes easier said than done. That crumb cake is a little harder to slide through, so it kind of pushes the others out of the way. There we go. And I'm going to fold this in half. Okay, see if we can get those together. Now, the other one looked nicer when I tied it from the back. Should I try tying this from the back or should I just let this one go? I think maybe I'll just let this one go and see what happens. Maybe it'll look pretty from the front. We'll try it. Hopefully the ribbons will all work out nicely. All right, so I can push all those through that hole, all those little ends. Perfect, I think. And then we're going to pull this tight. Where's my gold? There's some gold. Yeah, I didn't want to lose the gold. I don't want it all to be crumb cake. I like the crumb cake, a little burlappy ribbon, but I want these other colors to show. And they kind of tucked themselves back in there, didn't they? Just going to pull that tight. Okay, so there's my ribbon. I'm not going to worry about it. I like the gold on top, but it's not showing so much. All right, so I have to play with that a little bit. All right, so we do have a small circle that I die cut with the Stylish Shapes dies, of course. And then we've got our stocking tops that we cut out with the sending shear dies. And then we've got our heel and toe reinforcements. Now it looks like I have, hopefully I have one more set. I have 2 sets. Yep, there's a 3rd set right here. Perfect. Got that. So we need to stamp our stocking base. So let's do that next. And then we'll build all of this and we'll stamp our sentiment as well. Actually, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment first. But yes, so I've got that exclusive class available to my email subscribers. And then I also do, every month I have an Avid card club. It's called Forget Me Not. And if you are ready to take your projects like stepped up, they are not fast, easy cards. I will tell you that. You're going to learn lots of fun folds, techniques. They are gorgeous, lots of them. I love them. Why did I get rid of that phone pad? So that is a card club that I've got, and I have a tutorial only option or a product-based option where you actually place an order and you get the card kits for free. And there's 4 projects every month that we do. And if you happen to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber with me, you also get a 5th bonus card. The next program I have is called Cultivated Creativity. And I love Cultivated Creativity. I love Forget Me Not, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of work to cut. But Cultivated Creativity is my DIY paper crafting subscription. So it is a monthly kit. Of course, you can cancel at any time. But in that one, it's different. The cards aren't as involved. They're a little simpler, but they're still fantastic. Actually, you might have seen them behind me for this next month. We are celebrating our 1-year anniversary with Cultivated Creativity. So we've got, we're sending what we're calling a little paper hug in each kit with the subscribers this month. Well, December. So those kits actually ship out January 1st, but for our December kit, celebrating our 1-year anniversary. So exciting about that. A little extra special, but yeah, so that one focuses on a featured stamp set. Typically it's a bundle, but it doesn't have to be a bundle. But we focus on one, and you make 5 projects, 4 cards and 1 not a card. For example, this month's or this December kit it's got a mini album in it as the not a card. So that's kind of fun as well. All right, I'm going to slide this on. We're going to die cut these stockings. And I set this up left-handed this time, so that's okay. We'll crank it left-handed. So easy to use. Not a problem. You can use it left-handed. All right, there's one stocking. Looks like I need to re-ink my red ink pad. It's not as juicy as it typically is. I like my ink pad super juicy. I don't know about you guys, but this would be another image. These solid images, if you struggle to get good solid images, use your stamp positioning tool, right? It takes a little more time to set up, but if you're doing multiples, it's well worth it. Oh, that slid a little bit on me, but that's okay. We'll salvage that. I'll show you a way to go about that one. Put that in. So yeah, yeah, Cultivated Creativity, you can, it is a subscription program, but you can cancel anytime. There's no requirement of length of time. Of course, after 6 consecutive months, you get a little gift from me as well in the mail. So with your kit, so that's fun. So plenty of extra cardstock on this one in your kits. So you got a little leeway in case there's a little mess up that happens that you'll have in your packets. All right, so my 3 stockings here. This one really kind of slid, right? So, but that's no big deal. I can take my paper snips and I can come back. If that bothers me, that there's so much white space around it, I can just come over with my paper snips and give that a quick, trimming as need be. So I'm not going to worry about it beyond that, right? Don't need to worry. Okay. My computer keeps going to sleep and I don't know why. Let's see if I can get this to wake back up. There we go. Now I can see you guys. Oh, good. You're loving the tags. Good. And yes, Barbara, you love Forget Me Not. I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, good. You like all the details? Yeah. Good, good, good. I'm glad you guys are loving these. They are super fun. Okay. I think before we go too crazy on this, let's go ahead and add the little heel and toe details, because I think it makes a really nice touch, right? It's a big difference. So worth this little extra pieces here. So yeah. So then, I don't know if you guys know that we have kits. We sell all-inclusive kits. So I offer kits to my customers. But Stampin' Up! Also has some all-inclusive kits, which means you don't have to have anything else. Like with my kits, well, Forget Me Not, you have to have all the supplies, right? I send the cut kits, and I do all the die cutting unless it's needs to be stamped before it can be die cut. But I do all the die cutting on that one, which is why it takes me so much longer to do. But on Cultivated Creativity, your parts are cut as well, except for anything using the featured stamp or die, right? Or not, yeah, stamp, die, or punch, depending on, because sometimes we pick a punch bundle versus a stamp bundle. Isn't that cute? Look at how that steps that up, putting that little stitched heel and toe on there. I think it's so adorable. But we do have all-inclusive kits that Stampin' Up! Does, and they're all, you've got all kinds of different themes and stuff. So there's lots of great choices. You can find those in the online store. They're not in the catalog. But what I love about them is, as we're getting into this holiday season and we're spending time with our friends and family, kits are a great gift, but they're also great to have on hand as something fun to do, right? Like, do you ever, you're all hanging around and you're a little bored, looking for something to do, you could pull out a kit and everybody could sit and craft together. And it's kind of fun, right? So just another alternate idea. Oh, you're making tags now. Yay. Good, good, good. All right, let's go ahead and put this all together. Now you can see this has a topper on it, right? The top of the stacking. But how much fun is it when you add this little fluffy band to the top? I think it's just so fun. So let's add some dimensionals right across the top of each one of these and add that little fluff fur on. You could add some Wink of Stella to that if you wanted to. I did not do that on any of these tags, but you totally could. And as you can see, I didn't add any embellishments, and that's unlike me. I am an embellishment fan, right? I love to put embellishments on my projects. You can't have too many embellishments, in my opinion. But I'm just going to flip that one a little differently. Why not? Let's make that one I don't know if there's an upside down or right side up to these. So I'm flipping that middle one just to change it up a little bit. But I don't think you need the embellishments on this particular project, but you totally could add some bling. You could add some Wink of Stella. All right, so this little string right here, I cut this out of the More Dazzle paper with the Merry and Bright dies, and I'm going to string it through the tops of the stockings. Isn't that fun? So we'll just string those little stockings on. Now, I don't think you even need to adhere that down. I think you just adhere the stockings down and be good to go. Now, normally I would use liquid glue. I think I'm going to try to use seal. And the reason I say that is because if I have liquid glue down on all of these, lo and behold, I'm going to have liquid glue all over my tag here. And as long as I don't push this down, my seal should work okay. Because I want a little leeway here. I want to be able to kind of place these out. I may need to pull this string a little bit. Let's see if we can kind of get these positioned where we want the stockings, right? Okay, and then maybe I can pull this string through a little bit differently. Let that fall where I want it to fall. Cute. I'm pretty pleased with that. And of course, this die from the Merry Bold and Bright, or Merry and Bright dies, has two different string shapes to it. There's one that's got a little loopy in it. I'm actually going to clip that off, that little end off. So it's got a little loopy in it. So, and you could flip it upside down or rotate it the other way so that, the curve is a little different, right? In one place versus the other. I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Nice. Good. You guys are liking these? I'm so glad you're liking them. A little no peeking. Super cute. All right. So tell me which, I like this gingham better on that one than this one, than the mini. What do you guys think? I think it needs that more background. Granted, it helps that my red's a little darker in color on that one too. All right. So I'm going to pull out all the tags so you can see them again. So I've got this one. Hopefully they're all in screen. Let's see if I can move those down. Tags, tags, and more tags. You've got those. You've got this one and the one with the presents on it. So cute. We didn't use every image in the stamp set. We did not use this envelope right here. I have used it on several projects. Actually, I can show you a sneak peek of a forget-me-not project that we're doing so that you can kind of get a feel for it. This is one of our more simpler projects, but we're going to do a little Valentine using this sending cheer. And I'm bringing in some bling with foil paper. So you got this. So it's a little latching gatefold. So these kind of fold in. And so this will tuck under that label there. So that gives you an example of a forget-me-not card. Again, this is one of our simpler versions of things that we're making in class, but that kind of gives you a feel for that. And then let me show you one of the projects from Cultivated Creativity. So we are using the same gingham, but we're using the furriest friend. So I'm not going to show you the insides. We do the insides as well to make our cards extra special, but I don't want to give away any surprise. But that's super cute. Super cute, super cute, super cute. So yeah, lots of good stuff, right? Yeah, you like the large check there as well. Yeah. I think it just like on this one, that I love the little check, right? And I love the mix of the checks on this one. But I am with you. I'm kind of thinking on both of these, the larger check is a little more exciting. Yeah. Too fun, too fun. All right, let's see if I can switch my camera back over. Ah, ha, ha. There we go. Oh, and see, I opened my, you're not supposed to see that. That's behind the scenes. That's my photo box. And if you saw the number of cards that are sitting up there that need to be photoed, you'd be like, Wendy, what have you been doing? Making a mess. Right? I got stuff everywhere. Yeah, here's a peek behind me. Those are the Cultivated Creativity projects for December. So lots of stuff going on. Lots and lots of stuff going on. I hope that you guys enjoyed today and had fun doing all of our projects today, those 4 fun, fabulous cards. Let's see, I had some notes I want to make sure I covered. That was not the one. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So again, order special for today is if you place an order using the event host code, which is 33ABKTDX. It is pinned in the featured post in this group. It will also repost later as a reminder. And you have till Monday, right? I'm cutting this off on Monday. So if you place a minimum $35 order with me, then you will get the PDF tutorial for these 4 projects. If your order is $50 or greater, you will get the cut packet, right? That I showed you. And your packet will be the same as the packet I had, right? So all the parts that were cut for me will be cut for you. And the ones that weren't cut for me will not be cut for you because you got to stamp them first, right? Right? Kind of makes sense, I hope. All right. What else? Do you guys have any questions? If you have any questions, definitely leave me a note in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope that everyone had a fabulous Thanksgiving yesterday and whatever celebrations you continue to have over this weekend or coming days. Christmas is going to be here before we know it. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I think adhesives and blends and paper snips and little things like that make really nice stocking stuffers, right? Who needs a take your pick tool or a bone folder, right? Or maybe a kit. Maybe you need a little larger gift for someone. So just a few ideas, and then you can wrap all your presents with a cute jumbo tag, right? Yay, it would be perfect. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me on this lovely Friday. And I hope to see you again soon. Join me on Tuesday afternoons at 12:30 Eastern. I do a live paper crafting on my YouTube channel. And I'd love for you to take a break in your day and join me. So we've got a fun project planned for you this week. All right, thanks so much. Bye for now.